What up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Black Expat Podcast, coming at you guys live from Taichung, Taiwan, on YouTube. It is Black History Month, and I am kicking off my tribute to Black History Month with my Black history story. But I would be remiss if I did not share my perspective on why I'm doing this and why Black history is so important to me. Now, I want you guys to think about something, right? It wasn't too long ago that, we couldn't go into the same bathroom as white people. Women couldn't vote, black women couldn't vote. We didn't have many rights to do very many things, not just in America, but also in other parts of the world. So when I sit here as a Black expat, and when I came to Taiwan 10 years ago, I could literally count on one hand how many black people I saw here, right? Literally on one hand. The first other black people we met in Taiwan that I did not personally hire, I met them at a Snoop Dogg concert. Now, that's not to say that there weren't other black expats or black people here, but the first black Americans we met was 2.5 years into my time being in Taiwan, and I met them at a Snoop Dogg concert, just for perspective. But when I really think back just to all the people who have sacrificed so much and who have done so many great things in the world from way before I was born, to my grandparents, to my parents, to brothers and sisters all over the world who just have fought for the rights of people that look like me. Not just in America, but in places all over the world. When I started the Black Expat Podcast, it was to share my story, to inspire others who look like me, black men, black women, black children, black elders, whoever, to get out and see the world. To see that there is more to the world than what's just set before us, specifically coming from America, right? Many people I know have not left their communities. Many have started traveling since, the travel wave was here. But, back when I first left America and Chicago and came to Taiwan, that wasn't a thing. If it wasn't, Jamaica or Mexico or things like that, we weren't going places. And technology has given us a lot, right? It's allowed us to see a lot more in the world and what is actually available to us, and also encourage us to go places and do things. I had a podcast with one of my good friends, Chelsea, and we were talking about voting. And I said to her, I said, man, black people should want to vote just because, our ancestors and our grandparents, they fought so hard for it and their blood, sweat, and tears, we shouldn't waste that. And she gave me feedback. And again, I thought, all black people would agree with that statement. Because of how bad we had it and our friends and family had it coming up and grandparents and all that stuff. I thought she would agree with that. And she did. That makes sense because it's true. But she said, black people shouldn't vote just because of that. That shouldn't be your motivating factor. That shouldn't be the only reason you do something. You vote because it's the right thing to do. It's what keeps us from going backward and helps us continue moving forward. I'm sure if you're a black person, a black American, or anywhere you are in the world and you're black, it's hard for us. It's always been hard for us. And everything that we do and everything that we display, everything that we give and put out in the world is impactful. I hope I created the podcast, the YouTube channel, and everything that I do, that I inspire and touch someone. I hope that. When I created what I'm quite sure is the only all-black staff at a private high school in Taiwan, every day I walked into work, I felt comfortable. I felt safe. But I was thankful. I was grateful for that position and to be able to surround myself with that comfort. I'm fortunate, I'm happy, I'm blessed to have, even no matter how big or small my platform is, was, stays, or goes into, to have a story to tell that hopefully inspires someone the way I've been inspired by every person I've interviewed for the Black Expat Podcast. Every black expat that's reached out, that said thank you for words you've shared, or who shared words with me that has kept me going. Because it's hard for us. In everything that I've done, there's been challenges simply because I am black. So as I sit here in a foreign country, in Taiwan, where there are not that many of us, and I continue to put out my story, my black history, being a black expat, having 100% black-owned bar owned by 2 black men in a foreign country, I'm inspired, I'm encouraged, I'm lucky. Because without all of the Black history that came before me, this wouldn't be possible. So I talked to you guys, so this is as real as it's gonna get. I'm not even gonna edit this video. As a humbly honored Black expat. And I'm gonna spend this month appreciating that I am able to do what I do. And I hope that content that I've shared, things that I say, videos, things that I've done, and just my story encourages you, uplifts you, brings you joy, brings you happiness, brings you peace, brings you something positive. Because that is why I started the Black Expat Podcast. 3 years ago, sitting in my room, having writer's block, thinking about, man, how can I tell people what's been going on? How my life is changing? All these great things and some bad things that were happening. How do I do that? The Black Expat Podcast was my outlet. And it will continue to be. But I would not be here where I am today without all the amazing Black men, Black women, Black people that have come before me. So, when I say a tribute to Black history, I mean that. To all the Black people, past, present, future. Happy Black History Month. I love being Black. Black is beautiful.